Welcome to Freedo Game of Alchemy. So you can see at the bottom the little yellow triangle, that represents the solar plexus. So in Freedo, this is like our personality, our psyche, what makes us who we are, how we view the world is dependent on our personality. And somebody with a strong personality, a clear personality, not necessarily, when I say strong, I mean somebody very gentle can have a strong personality, meaning they're very clear about who they are, how they talk. It's very clear who they are, what kind of person they are. So somebody with a very clear personality would be somebody maybe very famous, like a famous businessman, like Richard Branson or somebody like this. And they're very clear when you see them, how they talk, how they behave. They're a businessman. Someone like Mother Teresa, she's very clear in who she is. There's no confusing. She doesn't look like a business person. She's not, a restaurateur or a whatever. She's clearly what she is. A gangster, a really good gangster, good at what he does, is clear that he's a gangster. You can see him, her or him a mile off, the way they walk and talk and behave, their attitude, the energy they give off is really clear. It's like watching a really good actor acting a part, to play, and it's like they're really clear, their brand, it's like a branding, we are our own branding. So if you're a very strong, clear branding, you become very powerful. You're powerful in yourself. You own who you are. You act exactly, the person who you are. A business that's very clear in its branding is very clear. I won't mention names, but there's lots of businesses, if you think about them, the brands out there, they're clearly, you know exactly what they are, who they are, what they sell. Whereas some other brands who are weaker, maybe they're more confusing. Are they a restaurant? Are they selling sandwiches or a la carte or something like this? So it's like they're not so clear. So this card is really all about becoming more clearly connected to the word you've chosen in this case. So if the word was love, it's being able to embrace love, become love, having the ability to show and express that part of yourself. How would love talk? How would love look at somebody and act and behave and receive? If your word was, anger, it's like, how would anger be looking and talking and behaving? So embracing that particular energy, that part of the psyche that is within us. If we're kind of not sure whether we're anger or love in that moment, it's like, what's that going to look like? Like love, anger, fear. It's completely confusing, mixed up, not just for other people, but for ourselves as well. So it makes us weak, not powerful. So this card is all about empowerment, connecting to our power. And the way we do that is to connect to our self, who we are, clear who we are at each given time. Sometimes we might be a father or a mother or a friend. Other times we might be a lover, we might be a victim, we might be a perpetrator, we might be a boss, we might be an employee, we might be just a traveller. So, in each moment, we might take on different parts of our persona, different parts of our personality will come out. So we want to be able to be really clear, which part we want to come out and express. So in this case, it's the word you've chosen. You want to be able to embrace that word, almost like become and act that word. If you were that word, what would you do differently? How would you behave? How would you act? How would you think and feel? So this is what this card's all about. Another thing about this card is that, it's called elements. In Freedo, elements meaning parts. So there's parts of everything. Like one part of this room would be the sofa, that's an element. a part of this room would be a television, another element, another part. So the universe, you know, there's the sea, there's a boat. That a boat is a part of the universe, it's an element of the universe. So if you had an engine, you know, it'd be made up of all different parts or all different elements of the engine. So that's what elements means in this case, is all the different parts of the universe we live in that make up the universe. And in your case, your word you've chosen is a part. It's not the whole universe. You know, it's an element of something greater, something bigger. There's a character in here which is kind of got an apple and an apple core. And he's actually facing what looks like a mountain. It actually represents, if you like, God, using the word God. When I say God in Freedo, I'm talking about the physical universe, everything in the physical universe. I might use that word God, or in this case I'd use elements. So all the parts of the universe that make up our universe. So this is you, and you're kind of facing the universe, and you've got an apple and a core, and it's kind of, what's he asking? It looks like he's like asking something or offering something. And in the card he's asking, or she's asking to know something. So it's like you've got a question. You want to know about the word. So often the universe will give us the information if we look for it. But there's two things we often miss. The first thing is asking the correct question. Often we go through life asking questions and then we never receive the answer. So one of the reasons is because we're not asking the right question. You'll be amazed how often when I coach people, or when they do Freedo, that we come across this card, this symbol, this journey, and the question they've been asking for a long time is actually not the right one. Or often it could be the right one, but in the wrong order. If you ask the right question, but not in the right time, you'll never get the answer. There's often questions beforehand. There's questions leading up to that question before you're going to get the answer to that question. Sounds confusing, but that's just the way it is. So it's about asking the right question. So you need to think about it. Have a think about, are you asked, what question do you want to ask about the word you're choosing? And then thinking what could be the right question. Sometimes I'll write down lots of questions and then one of them will kind of stand out. If we ask any question, the universe will answer us that question. But we don't always see the answer. So this is where the elements come in as well. Because all the different parts of the universe have information for us and it can give us some answers. So just as an example, if I were to ask a question like, you know, am I going to make money this year? And I look for the answers in the universe. So I'll choose something like this chair I'm sitting on, this sofa. And this sofa has got information for me. So the way I would do it is I'd look at the sofa and I think, okay, what's the sofa? What's it for? It's for people to sit on. It's to make me feel comfortable. It's red, like a reddish colour, so it's got a lot of power. That's quite passionate and motivating and active. It reminds me of sort of something active and passionate and strong. And this is actually a sofa bed, so it can actually fold out as well. It's flexible. It's not just what it seems. It's not need to sit on it. You can lie on it. You can sleep on it. So it's got quite a few different things that can be used as a sofa bed. What would it say if it could speak to me? Maybe about money. Will I make money this year? And maybe it would say, just make sure you're comfortable, you know, sitting down, relax a little bit, don't stress, like lie down, have a sleep, have a rest. So don't stress about it too much because stress isn't going to help. So that's very important. Also, when I'm relaxed, like a sofa, people want to come and sit on you, right? They want to come and relax on you. They're attracted to you because you feel the sofa feels good to want to be sitting on. So maybe also with will I make money this year? It's like, well, if I'm very comfortable in myself, then people will come to me. So the answer for me now is like, well, it's not that will I make money this year? It's like, well, maybe I will if I'm comfortable and relaxed and I make myself attractive enough, or my offering, my service is comfy and attractive enough for people to want to come and actually have one of my services, you know, to give me money. So it's not about so much giving me money, it's having a service, because if they have a service then they'll pay me, so therefore I'll make more money. So that's giving me some information. So that's just a little taster. Okay, so have a feel into that and see if you can connect your word you've chosen, and see if you can connect and embrace that word a bit more, you know, how you would act and behave and think and feel if you were that word, and see what happens, see what comes up. If you want to go deeper in this particular journey, then click the button below and we'll go on to a deeper journey where we'll do an activation, a meditation, and give you daily rituals to practice, and this will deepen what we're talking about today in this reading. If you want to come on a retreat, we do Freedo retreats. Click a button on the website, it links to our sister retreat. You'll see it there, it's in the menu, and there's a button for it on the pages. If you want to have a one-to-one session, contact me again. You can contact me easily. One of the Freedo guides or myself as well will give you a one-to-one session and we can go more deep. If you want to do the training of Freedo training and become a Freedo guide, where you can actually facilitate Freedo Game of Alchemies on the internet, one-to-ones, in groups, what have you. So hope you enjoyed the reading, and remember they're free, so you can have as many readings as you want. So enjoy, and remember, keep living the dream.